What's up YouTube, it's the greatest villain expert, and today I will introduce villain number 29. She is obsessed with finding the bear named Paddington and put him in her collection. This is Millicent Clyde. Right, so this is one of Paddington's enemies. So, Millicent Clyde is the main antagonist of the 2014 British family comedy film Paddington. She is an evil taxidermist who works for the British National History Museum. She wants to stuff Paddington and place him in the museum so she can once and for all prove her father's discovery of his type of bear. Millicent was the daughter of respected explorer Montgomery Clyde, who was an exploration quest on the darkest regions of Peru. There he found a new species of bears, highly intelligent and friendly ones. He befriended them after one he called Pastuzo and saved his life, leaving them plenty of things as a gift. However, his society refused to accept his discovery as he had not brought back a dead specimen to prove it. Though he was given a chance to get a specimen, Clyde refuses to let anyone else go there and kill his new friends. So he was kicked out of the society and forced to open a petting zoo to make a living. Millicent was only a little girl when she witnessed all of this and felt bitter towards her father for ruining his chance of becoming the most greatest man in the world, so she vowed to succeed in what her father failed to do. Years later, as a grown woman, following the death of her father, she had a position at the British Natural History Museum as head of the taxidermy department. However, not content to watch over old stuffed animals, she had living animals illegally imported to add to the collection. Upon learning that one of the intelligent bears named Paddington has arrived to London to find himself a new home, Millicent senses an opportunity and vows to hunt Paddington down and stuff him for the museum in order to restore her father's former glory for herself. Upon learning that Paddington is temporarily residing with the Brown family, Millicent conspires their neighbour, Mr. Curry, to capture Paddington. The first attempt was a failure. This resulted half of the Browns' house to be burnt. Upon seeing that the Browns won't believe his side of the story, Paddington leaves to find Montgomery Clyde himself. When he already locates the explorer's house, he soon learns of the explorer's death and that Millicent was his daughter. Expecting his arrival, Millicent tranquilizes Paddington and brings him to the museum and prepares to have him stuffed. This Millicent Clyde sounds very bitter and very obsessed. She's obsessed with finding stuffed animals and then stuff them as a collection to the museum. You know? She's the worst kind of villain. Anyway. However, Mr. Curry, having a change of heart, after realizing her true intentions, informs the Brown family of the events, and they manage to rescue Paddington from being stuffed. However, they are cornered on the roof by Millicent, who threatens to tranquilize and stuff them as well if they refuse to hand over Paddington, saying that she has no qualms of stuffing her own kind. Well, that's very different. She doesn't mind stuffing her own humankind, you know. She never stuffed a human before. Alright. Playing wisely on this, Paddington subdues Millicent by throwing a marmalade sandwich at her, which attracts a huge flock of pigeons to distract Millicent, allowing the Brown's maid, Mrs. Bird, to open a roof hatch, eventually sending Millicent to fall off the roof and dangle on a flagpole. Much to her dismay, the Browns then decide to accept Paddington as a new member of their family, much to his delight. It is later revealed in the end that Millicent is arrested for her crimes and sentenced to community service at a petting zoo, presumably the same one that her father founded. Much to her complete horror, as she begged for a different punishment, to no avail. She is later seen scooping donkey manure before being buried in the pile of mulch by the same monkey that she tried to stuff earlier, much to her anger. Yeah, she got defeated and was arrested and founded a petting zoo. The funniest part at the end with her was getting buried in a pile of manure by the same monkey she tried to stuff earlier. She didn't have the chance because she was too busy trying to find Paddington and try to stuff him as well. So, that's it. And this is one of her quotes. That's right. I am going to stuff